Yeah, Shallow Grave increases your healing by 100% if you're at 1% HP.
That is good.
Not bad.
Very strong.
Cool, very cool.
The Lycan
good,
pick
Juju.
is pretty nasty. I mean, Tide obviously does protect his supports pretty well, but Bane and AA, their literal Bane are like summon heroes that just run at you and run you over. But I do think with this new Dazzle Axe, it shouldn't be that bad against Lycan if they kind of get there to stabilize their mid game.
Yeah, the problem is they have like 3 heroes who kind of don't want to fight Lycan at any point in the game.
Yeah.
You need to be running away. Ancient Apparition, like you see this guy, he's already dead. You send 2 wolves on him, he's gonna die immediately. The good thing is they have Tide Hunters, so at least something to protect them with. But other than that, it's...
That was a Bane ban.
I saw that too. I'm like, wait a second.
That'd be some crazy hacks.
Bane.
You have to play with 4 heroes.
CK ends up being the one that's banned, as we are looking for a carry on the side of Tundra for Skeeter.
Hello, bobbing. Hello,
Liquid
hello.
need a support.
Any
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, I still feel like the Venge from earlier is
Yeah.
not too bad. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Had there been no AA, I would have liked IO, but
Ooh, I know what I like. I
do you
like
like?
Jakiro.
Ooh, nice combo with the Shadow Demon. Nice combo with the X-Mark. Nice
okay,
combo
full
with
of damage
Thorn.
into Kunkka, yeah.
Nice combo with the Homing Missile.
A lot of, you
And
just
some
mentioned a
push-
lot of combos.
Yeah.
The reason why I like it is he's a strong laner, got buffed, and also long range disable against the Bane's Fiend's Grip.
Yeah.
Sure, you have like X Mark, you're going to be sitting in the middle. I don't think this is going to be like the easiest game for Bane to use his ulti because there's like so many things to stop them. But this is just like a stable hero.
It's
Like, no
like-
need to experiment too
Yeah.
much.
The most overpowered support
Yeah.
in the game is still in the game. So
We
they're gonna
tried to
take
dig
it.
deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel TP is really good against the liquid heroes. You get the Lycan auras yourself, you get Venge aura, you kind of outscale and outcarry a potential gyro. But the problem is you don't protect your team all that well because you're very stationary. I don't know if Tundra are looking for like Bristle.
There's still a PA if they want to.
Bristle or PA can work, but they're also kind of risky. I feel like those are the type of heroes you're looking at.
Yeah, the PA is a little. It does feel a little slow. You do go for the TV.
I think it's the most stable. That is like the best against the liquid heroes. But if liquid get off to like a really hot start, I think the TB can still, even though it's an incredible TB game, I think this hero can suffer in this type of game.
What are we thinking, Jenkins?
For what do you mean? What? For what?
For the drafts.
What are you thinking of right now? Breakfast?
I would say eggs and bacon, but
Okay.
for Team Liquid, I feel like the Lycan is not super addressed. He does counter 3 of the heroes on the side of Tundra. I don't think that the late game TB versus Gyro matchup is as bad for Gyro as it used to be because Scotty doesn't pierce through BKB, so I think that changed a lot of these matchups when it comes to TB's late game prowess. So yeah, I feel like whatever team picked the Gyro, which I forget because it's not on the screen. I think that team...
Gyrocopter is in the hands of Team Liquid.
Whatever team
I
picked
think,
Tundra.
I think Liquid has got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nigma Galaxy. I think them having Gyrocopter. Not just kidding. I do like Liquid's draft, but I can't bet against Dazzle Mid.
I'm on
Dazzle
Tundra
Mid.
too.
I've been hyping it up in the green room on the stream, and it's also gonna be Thompson playing it. First time playing a range hero as well,
Yeah.
so 9 as well. We wanted to see some different heroes coming out from
One
him.
more point to Thompson for that.
I'm with Tundra as well. I think
Point for
Dazzle
Thompson.
TV
All
is
of these.
also a very good combo together. Like this sustain with high armor. I think Skeeter, I think Tundra's got this.
I mean, on paper, they've been doing way better than Team Liquid anyway.
That's true. Just go with the stats.
Go with the stats. What's the stats on that?
Stats is Jenkins has -3 points,
Yeah.
and these are all points for Thompson,
Yeah.
Kezu 2, Shiver 3, and I'm gonna keep myself pretty realistic 1 point for me.
And how many points does Team Liquid have?
Only 2. They managed to win 2 games so far, so only 2 points for them.
Good point.
Good point. Good point. All right, well, let's find out who is going to win this one. Team Liquid has to win if they want to keep their tournament lives alive. But let's see how it plays out together with Cap and SPG.
time Tundra was cursed in their matchup against Liquid. They just couldn't beat this team. And then they finally break that curse, and now they have an opportunity to break Liquid. Just need to be able to take a single game in this series to eliminate Liquid from DreamLeague. And even fairing that, well, it still comes down to Entity and how they do against their opponents. So it's going to be a rough ride for Liquid, pretty much no matter what. They just have to do their best and hope they somehow sneak in. Meanwhile, Tundra,
30 seconds to battle.
I don't know how you feel about them right now.
Best team in the world.
Best team in the world? I mean, you were rocking them as best team in the world kind of leading up to, what, Bali, Riyadh, that sort of area. You feel like the Topson is slid in nicely as everybody would predict it?
I mean, I always say they're the best team in the world. I mean, trying to get a job out here. gotta hype them up while you can.
You're trying to get a coaching job or what?
I'll take anything at this point, but
You want to be an assistant
I'll
coach
sweep the
to
floor,
AUI?
you know. AUI, I'll get you some food. I think Tundra always have potential to be one of the best teams in the world, if not the best team. I don't think that's really changed. I just think this year has been, I mean, like, what are you supposed to do when you have health issues and you have to change a player every tournament? You can't really build anything. You can't build stability. Your ideas change. You're constantly adjusting. It's very difficult to play with stand-ins, especially when that keeps rotating. So I wouldn't put too much onus on, you know, how the year has been for this team. I still look at what they could do at TI in a situation with very clutch players who have won it before, and I mean, that's all of them. So this team always has that potential, and they have very intelligent players who can figure out a patch. And that is one thing that could work for them in this game with the Dazzle mid and the Bane. These are two heroes that, I mean, either of them could have been mid on either of these players at any point. And it's either going to go 20-0 or 0-20, you don't know, but it's going to do something. And they're very obnoxious heroes. A lot of spells that you don't really enjoy playing into if you're a hard carry in this game on the Gyrocopter. I think that's the position you want to put this first pick carry in. So Liquid opt for a later pick Lycan, bringing the Zoo back to the meta in hopes to shut down the backline here from Tundra and open the fight up for their big damage dealers, which I think is a reasonable way to go about it. I mean, these heroes suck against Lycan. No way around it.
We have some experience with mid Dazzle, don't we?
Oh yeah, it is. That hero is something else, man. It really is. If you get to the 5 or 6 slots, it's like the new Tinker. It just becomes an unstoppable force of nature. And any universal hero that also can build in like this Octarine Manta build, which is one of the routes you can go with this hero, also just feels incredibly hard to teamfight at a certain point because you have too much HP. You're this squishy mid that at a point gets to 3,000 HP with no cooldowns and Dispel, and you're putting illusions in. You don't even know which one's the real Dazzle. It gets very confusing very fast. And we'll see if Topson can get to that point as the trades are happening. Top 9 getting a little bit of an advantage here, which is a decent sign for that Bane, because this is another hero you really want levels on early gank.
Yeah, disruption into a swing of the blade from Nisha. That's not good enough. They totally misread that one. Sure, they get the kill, but Topson stayed alive to get the experience for the Nisha death first. So, well worth it.
That's not right.
That's not right.
That's the best part of playing Dazzle, right? It's the voice lines. So.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Topson just screams Dazzle voice lines the entire game. That's his comms.
Yeah.
In fact, if he has anything else, I'll be disappointed. Meanwhile, Skeeter, very good last pick Terrorblade. I mean, you're getting all the auras reflected here. You're going to outcarry most of Liquid outside of Disruption, turning the power back against you. And of course, Venge is not as bad against the heroes as it used to be with the damage reduction. Still, it does feel like if Tundra get to that late game with all their cores online, I don't know how you're team fighting him. Like, what is Mickey going to do in these later game fights? He's getting max enfeebled, poison touch, hex. There's a Grave on a Terrorblade to guarantee a Thunder. The Terrorblade's getting all these auras reflected, pounding the physical into the gyro. He just doesn't have much help either outside of the boat roam. So I feel like Liquid do want to play around the Lycan's timings and get this game rolling in their advantage around that like 20-25 minute mark.
Yeah. Do you feel like they're bringing back the Zoo? We've seen a little bit of Beastmaster. I haven't seen too much Lycan. Do you feel like this is Liquid going, we kind of need to go back to something that was working for us before?
Maybe. I mean, maybe they're trying to return to something that was one of their highest win rates, which was that like Zai, Beastmaster, and Lycan. I think he was close to undefeated on these heroes for certain intervals this year, including some of the qualifiers and Riyadh Masters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it has been their go-to. It's just these heroes aren't as strong as they used to be, and it doesn't seem like the game pace favors them. I feel like the games are a bit slower unless you just dominate the lanes. And people aren't grouping up as fast to go for these Roshans. If you still play that way and you make the most of it, I think they can still be very effective. And of course, the Lycan's job this game, sure, he's going to buy some auras, provide some AoE help for the team, but more importantly, like, his job is to pressure the Ancient Apparition in the Bane, predominantly. You're also very good versus the Dazzle here, but you take the Bane and the AA out, suddenly the Gyro has a good fight here, and that's what matters here, because you have to make the first pick Gyro work to some extent. You can't just throw it on an island and be like, all right, you know, just go flack something. It's not good enough. You can't just throw it on an island and be like, all right, you know, just go flack something.
His top lane has just been full of action. Both supports dying quite often. 9 playing really aggressively, trying to make sure that there's no pulling going on. Be able to